Yo, we are live. It is official. Your haircut's my feedback. This is like number 2 or 3 or something like that. I think it's like number two. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Am I too loud? I think I'm good. Am I too loud, guys? Let me know. All right, so I'm checking out the comment section right now. Got like 3 screens going. We are going to do your haircut's my feedback. Just so you guys know, Instagram will not work. The last time I asked for Instagram handles to do your haircut's my feedback, it was probably the worst idea ever. You cannot submit photos through this live. You can't do it through Instagram. You have to be an Academy member, and all submissions have been placed throughout this whole entire week. So we have 12 submissions for the week. Submissions are closed now. We're gonna be reacting to 12 haircuts. Again, putting your Instagram on here is not gonna work. It doesn't help. It doesn't do well. You know what I'm saying? So cool. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Sosa said 270K followers with 25 viewers. Laugh my ass off. They're fake, bro. Fake viewers. Nothing I can do about it. All right, y'all ready? Let's do this. First haircut. Hold on, let me switch the screen real quick. Boom. So I have a Excel sheet. Let's check it out. Ooh, okay. Let's look at this cut. Cool thing about this is I could zoom in. Whoa. I wasn't zooming in like this before. All right, let's check out the cut. So what do y'all think? While I'm doing my theory, I'd like to see what y'all comments are on this haircut. What feedback you can give for this particular person. The lighting obviously is not the best lighting. It's not by any means ideal lighting. You can see shadows, you can see dark areas, but we're still going to give him feedback. This is what I can tell you. It definitely looks like... So look, this is the parietal ridge, right? Give me a second. I'm sick. Excuse me, I'm sick. All right, so that's the parietal ridge. Do you guys see like this section? Look, I'm going to draw a rectangle from here to here. And then what I seem to see... Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. This area right here is lighter than this side. So as a matter of fact, let's do this. So this is the ridge right here. That's about the ridge. But this section, boom, and this section, boom, right? If I was to draw a line right about here, can you guys see the color change? The difference in these two colors? See how light that color is? See how dark this color is? That is called not having balance throughout your haircut. This is why guidelines are so important. This is why I believe you should ignore people who tell you guidelines don't need to be nice. They don't need to be good. You should be organized throughout your entire haircut so that your finished result is a organized result. I have never seen somebody from my point of view that has said your guidelines don't need to be organized and has put out a really, really good haircut, in my opinion. This is my opinion. And this is to me the exact reason. And then we can go a section lower. Let's assume that this is a section right here. Okay. When you get over here, look at the difference. Look at the difference. And even so, look at the difference here. Okay? Look at this area. Do you guys see that? Where I'm circling right now compared to this area. It's the same level. And I'm not saying that he's I'm not saying that he's doing let's say this is the blade open area. I'm not saying that he's not doing the blade open even all the way through. What I'm saying is indents. You see this indent right here? That's an indent. Okay. Protrusion. See, this is a protrusion right here. It can cause different colors. It can cause the hair to have different colors. Density. He might have a lower dense area in this area than he has here. It might be thicker overall here, right? And so what I'm saying is that sometimes we need to go outside our rules. We need to go outside of, yeah, but that's a blade open all the way through. It's even. Well, it doesn't look even. We have to create the illusion that it looks even. Now, I'm going hard on this cut because this haircut would pass. You go to any store, you go to Walmart, you go to the mall. This would be a nice haircut by anyone's standard, by any customer's standards. I'm being hard on him because he's looking to get to the next level. This is why I'm being so picky, right? So that's what I would say about this. I think, overall, the shear work isn't bad. For as short as it is, there's not, for as short as the top is, and I'm assuming that's what your client wanted, you can't really create much shape. It's almost finger length, really. But you obviously use a shaver, so that's a plus. And overall, it's a good haircut. I would hire you. I'd hire you, no problem. It's a good cut. Cool. Let's continue on to the next one. What'd you guys think? Let me read the comments real quick. I'm gonna scroll up real quick and look at the comments. Jamari said it's not a bad cut, but back is not faded completely near the occipital. It's just darker. I think it's faded. It's just darker. Average cut will definitely pay $20, $25 easily. Yeah, you. I bet you he could get away with 30, and he could get away with 30. In a lot of places. Tampa, it's hard because Tampa, the average haircut's like $15, but in Cali, that's an easy 30. That's what you guys don't understand. Like, it's different everywhere. $15 in Tampa is normal, but $30 in Cali is kind of normal too, especially in the Bay Area. Maybe not in LA so much, but in the Bay Area, $30 is pretty damn normal. $40 is pretty normal too, right? And this is not somebody who's spectating. I've been to all these cities, right? All right, let's continue. All right, next haircut. And just so you guys know, so this was the last person in the cut. 780. If you want to shoot him a follow, show him some love. The next person is Nino Bacos. I don't know. There it is. All right, let's take a look at this cut. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see it a little bit better. Whoa, my guy. Let me use the button. That's much easier. Okay, what is going on? All right, you guys can see the cut. I'm sorry if I gave anybody headaches. So what do y'all think about this cut? I'm going to tell you what I think, but in the meantime, go ahead and comment on it because the feedback just doesn't have to be just from me. It could be from the comment section as well. Let's talk about it. Okay, so for me, it's a good haircut. It's got some shape to it. It's a gradual transition into the top where I see so many people that'll just like bust a number 2 all the way to here, and then it's just disconnected. I see so many people who do that, and that's like the worst of the worst thing ever, right? In my opinion, unless they're gonna get cornrows, then you have to disconnect it. But like this is a nice transition into the top. It's not an easy haircut to do, man. People like Man Bun ruin it for. Let me block Man Bun. Man Bun, I gotta spam you, bro. You're spamming. I gotta block you. All right, bro. Man Bun is gone. Sorry, guys. Nah, the fade is on point, but he wants feedback. Okay, so I'm gonna give him feedback. So, me right away, the first thing I noticed was this little area right here. Okay, everybody put your eyes on that area. I'm gonna delete this circle. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Okay, the next area that took my attention right away was this one. Okay, everybody take a look at that area. Everybody take a look at it. Take a mental note. I'm gonna delete the circle now. Do you guys see it? Okay, those are the little things that spending time detailing. Use your mirrors, use your camera. It'll show. But overall, it's a amazing haircut. The balance is nice. I love the way it contours the shape of his head. I love the way that it sits on his occipital area right here. I think this is overall a fire cut. You know, it's a dope cut. So let me go ahead and look at the beard could have definitely been cleaner. Could have shaped that beard up cleaner. And to me, this is part of the haircut. I don't care. You're a barber, right? From here, from this line above is the haircut. Because if this man had no beards, but he wanted ice picks or he wanted sideburns, you would have gave him them sideburns. Or he wanted lamb chops, you would have gave him them sideburns. That's part of the cut. Make sure this is nice and clean and sharp. All right? Like you can see little scraggly hairs. This line is looking like this. Look. Follow. Okay, he's got scraggly hair right here. Okay. Then it kind of comes like this and then kind of curves up like that. We need that thing to be sharp, clean. All right. Bro. Why, bro? This is why I only do this shit on the academy. Like you can't do stuff like this. My guy literally creates another account to just spam me. This is exactly why I do this stuff on the academy only. All right, let's continue. Okay, next person is Kaza Cuts. Kaza Cuts. Okay, let's talk about this one. I'm going to tell you exactly what stands out to me off the rip. This is why I'm not going to say this is a clipper over comb haircut. But typically, when I see a clipper over comb haircut, this is what I see a lot of times. See this area right here? Okay. Look how light that area is compared to this area. Okay. Do you guys see the difference? It's not a different length. It's the same length. I bet you he probably did the perfect clipper over comb. The issue here is hair growth pattern. Look at how these hairs are growing like this. See this? And then these hairs are splitting down this way. Clipper over comb will not take that into consideration. It's not going to take that into consideration. Where you see all this hair is growing all in the same direction. When you have shears, you can cut the hair in the direction that it's growing because you have control of that. You see what I'm saying? And what happened, especially in this area, is you lost your gradients. Look at the fade here. That is gradients. That is light as hell to dark as hell. Now look at the fade in this area. It goes light to darker to light again. Do you guys see what I'm saying here? These are the things that I notice. I think the shear work is nice. He's got some decent shape. He's got some nice shape. But that blend, yo, when you start matching those two together, that's a crazy that's a big deal. So what I would say is, look, especially the way that I cut hair. If you're doing block graduation through here, you won't run into this problem because if you're doing block graduation, it's going to be dark no matter what. No matter what. Now, you might have some problems with the hair kind of spiking out a little bit because of the hair growth patterns, but that's when you go shear over comb, or that's where you customize the haircut to fit this individual while still being able to maintain that darkness in this area and that shape. But I always notice, especially with clipper over comb haircuts, this is a problem. No, that it doesn't look that way from being enhancements. Like it's 100% hair growth pattern. I just showed you the hair growth pattern. There's a split, a natural split right here because the hair naturally splits there. Think about a cowlick. In the middle of a cowlick, you always see, boom, you see the scalp. There's a natural split here where the hair is growing. Look at this. This is what the hair is doing. That's what the hair is doing. And then this hair is starting to grow down. That's what the hair is doing. There's a natural cowlick, a natural split there. That is not caused by enhancements. All right. So I'm going to read through the comments and see what you guys think about my coaching. How do I keep that area darker, bro? Okay, so I already talked about that. Chris, how do you wipe out the line between open lever and the one really struggling with the half guard? You sometimes if it's still dark, if there's still a little bit of a line, you got to attack it with the lever open again. You have to be a part of the academy to submit pictures. Yeah. Hey Chris, when is the expansion pack gonna be shipped? I thought it would be late December. Did you email us? Can we send a cut? No. So how to be? Yeah, that stuck out to me as well. Okay. You really open eyes when you point out all of the small things. That's what it's about. So Corey said no enhancements on that cut. He needs to start the ball line lower, convince the customer. So, I mean, I'm not going to argue with Moy. He's the compressed fade king. So, I ain't going to argue with him. This is what I'm saying. Block graduation would have kept the parietal ridge area darker. Absolutely. Because, guys, look, his parietal ridge is here. This is where it's at. Look, this is where his parietal ridge is. If you were grabbing, if you didn't cut into this area, you wouldn't have this problem. It would stay dark. It would have stayed dark. Let me show you guys a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll take a screenshot of it. Go to YouTube real quick. Go to my channel. So this is a really good example, I think, of what I'm talking about. All right. So you will hear. Let's see if I can get to. All right, so area would have ruined that texture and that flow that he has right there. Sorry, guys. Do you guys see this area? Did you guys see that area? Let's see. I'll screenshot it and then I'll compare it real quick. Give me a second. What the heck? Okay. Look at this. Look at this parietal ridge area. Okay. Because I use block graduation instead of clip over comb, and look, his hair is doing the same thing. It's growing this way, and then it wants to grow that way. It's growing this way, then it wants to grow that way. If I did clip over comb, especially in this area, he would have exactly that. So you see, look, this is where his calic is. This is where his calic starts, right here. Do you guys see that? That's where it starts, the calic. Okay. Look at this haircut. Look where the calic starts. It's low and it's all the way down here. If I was to just do clipper over comb here, I would have lost all that darkness because there's a natural split somewhere here in this area. Okay. Hopefully it's making sense to you now. I want to keep that dark. I need that gradients to pop. Okay. All right. So let's see. Michael Samuel said he just cut it short. Has nothing to do with clip over comb. It absolutely does have something to do with clip over comb. Because if you can grab hair and pull it to the parietal ridge, cut it, you know that it's not going to be too short. You know 100%. What happens with a lot of people who do clipper over comb, I'm not saying you can't accomplish it with clipper over comb. What I'm saying is that a lot of people do clipper over comb and they don't know, like they make this mistake. There are plenty of people who do clipper over comb who can create the same haircut, don't get me wrong. But what I typically see a lot of times is when you use clipper over comb, because you're cutting so much bulk at a time, and because that comb kind of blocks everything, and that comb, when it grabs the hair, it just kind of pulls it, and then boom, you just knock the hair off. You don't really see what the effects of that are until you pull and you cut that hair. You don't see the effects of it. All right. Let me continue to look. We nitpicking, but I don't think the client wouldn't care or notice for the most part. You're right. We're not doing this for clients. We're doing this for barbers. We're doing this for you guys. That's another one. Clipper over comb also gives you no tension. Now, that's not necessarily true. I have a few combs that I like to use for clipper over comb. Utsumi, they have really fine teeth. They do have tension. Not as much tension as when you grab the hair and you pull it. When you grab the hair and you pull it, you can see the tension. You can see it above your fingers, below your fingers, so you can see the tension. That's the best way to be able to control the hair. Shout out to Brian Gilchrist for subscribing. Okay. With the assuming ones, you do see tension. It's obviously not going to be as much tension as block graduation, or even, just using shears over comb or palm to palm or over the knuckles, just using shears in general. But then you have the wall combs that are a little bit wider. You're not getting no tension out of those whatsoever. All right, but this is obviously above the ridge. That's part of the problem. And a lot of people, I'm telling you, anytime somebody cuts my hair with clip over comb, it always happens. My shape is gone. Now there's a different, the same rules, don't get me wrong, the same theory applies. And you could use clippers, you could use shears. But what I generally see is that a lot of people think they understand clip over comb, and a lot of times they don't. Okay, let's continue. Hopefully that helped. It's a good cut. Don't get me. It's a fire cut. It's blurry. Again, this is about getting better. This is not about dissing anybody. This is about getting better. And I think that the people who submitted their haircuts, they understand that. But let's continue. All right. So right off the bat, this is what I'm going to tell you. Icy Esco or Icky Esco. This is what I'm going to tell you right off the bat. You have to comb the hair before you get started. There's too many gaps. There's too many gaps in the hair. It's too spread out. You can tell the hair wasn't thoroughly combed. It wasn't laid before you started to blend it. And so the blend looks like it. Now, this is not an easy texture of hair either. Don't get me wrong. But that would have helped throughout the process. Okay. You have the right bulk. He has a crazy occipital bone. But as far as the parietal ridge is concerned, you finesse that. It has nice shape. It has nice weight around the parietal ridge. Amazing. The blend definitely could have been better. And again, it starts with laying the hair, making sure you comb through. If you don't comb through the hair, properly, okay? If you don't comb through the hair properly, how are your guards going to comb through the hair properly? Hopefully that makes sense. The other thing I would say is the most important areas for you to spread. Now, even compressed blends, they don't have to be spread out. But the parts that do need to be spread out is this little area right here. Okay. If you just spread this a little bit more and keep the darkness that you have above this circle, you'll still be able to have a compressed blend, right? But it's going to look, it's going to have more transition. Watch when I get rid of this circle, you'll see what I'm talking about. Especially in this area right here, there's still a little bit of a line, okay? And also, if you want to keep that baldness a little bit low, try to keep this area a little bit darker. I wouldn't go any lower than a 3 in this area right here, okay? You want to keep that dark. You don't want to be able to see through the hair. Now, shout out to Darwin Young for subscribing. Now, I will say this. The lighting you have is probably making the hair look finer than it is in person, right? So that's obviously something that's kind of playing against you, and I noticed that. But nevertheless, I still think those tips will help you. And then I would just say the lineup could have been sharper. So let's look through the and just a tip for the lineup, right? See how this hair is growing this way? Okay. Make sure your trimmer, my trimmer is going to be in green, is going against the grain. That way you can really attack those little peaks and valleys you have there. Okay? Let's look at what the comments have to say about this haircut. Am I going to be at MOB Chicago? I don't think so. What shears do you recommend? I recommend you go to a hair show. Shout out to Cruzy for subscribing. What shears do you recommend? I recommend you go to a hair show and you go to 4 brands. Okay? They all have their strengths. They all have their weaknesses. This is if you're going to spend the bag. If you're going to get your dream shear, these are the 4 brands I recommend. Hattori Hanzo. They get a lot of slack, but they have their strengths and they have their weaknesses. Okay? They're the biggest out of all the companies I'm going to mention. Kasho shears. Hand forged, Japanese, in Japan, fire shears. Hikari. My personal favorites are Hikari. Love the ergonomics of their shears. And then Misutani. Also some amazing shears. Go to those 4 companies. Go to their booths. Try them out. Feel them out. It's not just about quality. It's not just always about warranty. It's sometimes there's a perfect storm. Sometimes you find the right ergonomics. The warranty is amazing. The customer service is amazing. And the quality is there. Those 4 companies are probably the Mercedes of the industry. Okay. And obviously, if you don't want to spend, $700 to $2,000 on shears, 245 got shears. All right. You ever gonna make these into videos again? Don't always have time to tune in. They're saved. These streams are always saved. There's like the last 2 are still on my channel. I've just been posting every day. I've been dropping content every single day, guys. It's been a crazy grind. Yo, I got murdered the other day because I asked for likes. I'm like, yo, please support the channel. Posting every day. Please give likes or whatever. I want to drop the next video. I just want to see more likes on the. Yo, I got literally unsubscribed. I'm unsubscribing. Yo, guys, I'm paying for I opened up a barber shop just to record videos in. This is what I do full time now. This is what I do full time. Between 245 and YouTube is what I do full time because I know that's where I give the most value. You know what I'm saying? So I'm focusing on this. I'm just asking for a thumbs up. That's it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. All right. Anyways, seems like he was going for a low fade, but took his guards up too high. I agree with that one. Yep. That's why I was saying, especially in this area, try to keep that a 3 or lower in this area. It just looks a little too light. It would have looked way more gradient if you kept it darker in this area for sure. And this little part right here wouldn't have stood out so much. Okay. All right, so hopefully that helped you out. Icy or Icky or Issy Esco or Icy Esco, yeah. So Scott asked, when doing block graduation and a drop fade, do you drop the block graduation lower than the Prado Ridge? No, you're gonna pull out more. You're gonna pull out more. Once you cut that line, it's gonna leave more bulk on the sides. People unsubscribed for asking for help. Yeah, a lot of people did. I literally, if you look at my analytics, it'll go like this, and it'll go shh. And then I was looking. I was looking in my community, and it was because of a post that I posted in the community. Shout out to Jonah Posadas for subscribing. I appreciate it. I was looking at it, and then I went into the comment section, and there was at least 10 people who said they were unsubscribing. At least. Cut the man some slack. Entrepreneur and following his dreams. I salute you for helping. Thank you, man. All right. Anyways, let's continue. Next person. Thank you guys for everyone who's supporting. I really appreciate y'all, man. Let's continue to build this industry, man. All right. We have Zantrell Harris. If you guys want to follow this person, we have Zantrell Harris. Let's check out his work. Boom. Okay. All right, Zantrell, I would say right off the bat, you're definitely a beginner. And I'm not dissing you. Don't take that the wrong way. Comb through the hair. Right now it looks a little matted. Comb through the hair. That way it's laying a little bit better and it's not so fuzzy. The lineup could have been sharper. What I find a lot of times is beginners especially are the most afraid to give a sharp line because they're prioritizing not pushing somebody back over giving them a sharp line. I think that's a bad idea. You want to give them a sharp line. Don't push them back. But like you see this, like this could have been a little bit. You could have brought that up a little tiny bit just so that it finishes in that corner right there. So it would have been sharper. The taper is not bad if they wanted a low taper. Could have been transitioned a little bit better. And then this neckline could have been. This is what I typically do, bro. When I do my necklines, I will do the ears first. Keep that as natural as possible, and then boom, stop. And then I'll get this section right here as sharp as possible. Then I'll just boom, straight line and connect it, right? Right now, it looks like you're kind of like sketching. You can see a little bit of a notch right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. You're just kind of sketching into it, and that's why you have kind of like a squiggly line here, okay? So hopefully that helps. And if you really want this taper to be really, really sharp, so it's obviously, let me use a different line here. Hold on one second, guys. Let's get this line better. Okay. So my initial guideline might be boom. It looks like it's right there. Okay. Your next one, I would say blade open to about right there. Boom. Bald this out. Get this transition a little bit more blended. Okay. The next one would probably be, after the blade open, would be the one open. But this is what I would tell you. The half guard would be doing most of the work in this area. This area would look a little bit closer to this area. And then you'd be at your two open at the end of the day. You'd be at your two open in this section right here. Look, But if you're too open so that you keep everything dark, you can round it off a little bit because you want to keep this area and this area darker. You know what I'm saying? And then it's the 1.5 with the grain. Lay that thing down. 1.5 with the grain. Lay it down really, really well. I might even say a 1 close with the grain. You see what I'm saying? You would get a crazy low, nice blended taper here if you follow those steps. Okay? Let's continue. So we have Chris Mendoza. Okay, what do you guys think about this? This is that famous what do you call it? What's I've been calling it? Y'all, I appreciate the super chats, guys. Thank you. We got 2 thumbs downs. Okay, haters. For the people that don't appreciate the content, this is on behalf of the ones who thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man. And then Prophet said, this is all I can do for now, Basio, but on some real talk, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. All right, let's see. What do you guys think about this? About this haircut? How you know what guard to use when going with the grain? So if you know you're at a number 2 guard against the grain, I would do a 3.5 or 4. I'm sorry. If you're doing a 2 with the grain, against the grain. If you're doing a number 2 against the grain, I would cut it in half and go with the grain. So a number 1 with the grain, right? If you're doing a 3 against the grain, I would say it's a 1.5 guard. Cut it in half. It's a 1.5 guard with the grain. So people say, I feel there's no fade. It's definitely compressed. It's definitely a compressed fade. I don't mind compressed fades, but this is what I would say about a compressed fade. It can't have dark spots. It needs to be, so like, look, this is a fire compressed fade. Problem is, compressed fades don't work good on areas that have indents and protrusions. And I'm going to point out areas that definitely have indents and protrusions. Okay? So we're going to use orange. So let's point it out. That area definitely has an indent. Definitely indent. Definitely has a protrusion. Okay? Indent for sure over here. Okay? And so if we look at this area where it blends, looks kind of choppy, looks bulky. Look at this area, looks choppy and bulky. Okay? Look at this area. Definitely has a dark spot here in the middle. And then look at this area. This area has a protrusion and has a dark spot. Where this area is a perfectly flat canvas. So with that being said, with compressed blends like this, you really have to be able to manage the illusion that the gradient is balanced all the way through. So you're going to have to, so this is what I would do at this point. I would start looking, this is where I'm comparing everything else. So I see this section, I would work on this section next. And I would make sure that this section matches this one. Boom. Once this section matches this one, I would take this section, and because this section matches this one, it's a traveling guideline. Just like when you do shear work. Shear work, you need traveling guidelines. This is now a traveling guideline. So now this section matches this section. Now I can say, use this section as reference, and I can say this section needs to match this section. Okay, cool. Now I got this section matching all of these sections right here. So this section needs to match this section, and so on and so forth. Those are nuggets right there. Especially with compressed blends, you have to look at it that way. You have to change your perspective. You guys let me know if that's helpful at all. Shout out to Umesh. Appreciate you, bro. Just letting you know you're the GOAT. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, bro. Rare said you can't even call it a fade. It's a line. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think that's a little extreme. I don't think the parietal ridge is too low. He just wants to keep bulk below the parietal ridge. That's fair. That's fair to me. I think the shear work on top is actually fire. And I think that the transition, honestly, if we're looking at the transition to the top from here up, there's no choppiness. It's nice and smooth. Everything's going in its natural hair growth pattern. It's just below this line could have been a little bit better. Hopefully that helps, man. Hopefully that was nuggets for you. Guys, please stop tagging your Instagrams. I'm not looking at your Instagrams. You guys are really hurting the experience here. Please stop putting your Instagrams. All right, next one. We might have to do a part 2 of this. Okay, this is a dope haircut. All right, so this haircut real quick was done by _ I'm the barber. I'll zoom in real quick. Let me see if I can zoom in. Can I zoom in? Yeah, I'm in. Yeah. All right, you guys can see I'm the barber. I'm the barber. Perfect. Okay, I'm the barber. Let's check out his work. What do you guys think? I think it's a fire haircut. Fire. This haircut to me is fire. Okay? From the silhouette. Look at this. Boom. He didn't go above the parietal ridge. This guy's parietal ridge goes like this. Whoops. I'm trying to not have squiggly handwriting, but it's hard with my trackpad. This guy's parietal ridge goes like this. And he kept it squared above the parietal ridge. It just sits so nice with his occipital bone. It contours his head shape. The C cup could have been a little bit sharper. Now, you know what I'm saying? I got even though I like the cut, I really gotta snap a little bit. See that? You see that? Damn it. This is me having to be OCD because we can all be better. All of us can be better. So this is just me having OCD. I would take that razor and go against the grain and make that damn C cup so damn sharp. Boy, that's what you were missing on this cut. That's the only thing you were missing in this cut. MC Barber is in the building. Did I just see MC Barber in the building? I could have sworn. Yep, MC Barber's in the building. One of the best barbers out there. Appreciate you being on this live. But, yo, if I was going OD with it, that's what I would tell you. So, like, you guys see this C cup? There was a part here where I really talked about making sure you go against the grain right here. Boom, with that C cup. Make sure you go against the grain with that C cup. And you guys remember his reaction when he saw his C cup after I did the other side. Bro, his reaction was insane. That's what this haircut right here was missing. Boom, just go against the grain. Like from here all the way up to here. Like I would say, look, this is what I would tell you. So on the right side of this green line, it looks sharp. Shout out to Kenneth Gonzalez for the subscription. I appreciate it. From this green line down, bro, you could have made that C cup so sharp. It would have put this haircut on a whole nother level. But the haircut is on point. I like the styling. The cowlick looks good. The shape is nice. The gradients is there. Bravo to you. Make sure you guys follow this guy. I'm the barber. _ I'm the barber. He deserves some follows because he finessed the hell out of this, man. MC Barber said, I like what you're doing, my friend. Likewise, bro. Likewise. You know I always be on your lives and showing you love, man. I respect what you do, bro. All right, let's continue. All right, next person is Nava _ Barber. Let's check him out. Let's see what we got here. Okay. It's a simple haircut. This is a simple haircut. It gets a pass, most definitely. but it's a simple haircut. It's probably like a 1.5 or a 2 on top. His hair texture is pretty coarse, straight, coarse hair. This could have easily been a 1.5 because straight, coarse hair tends to stay dark. Like you could see through it almost, but it still stays dark. This is what I would tell you right away. The first thing that caught my attention, because we are trying to give real feedback. It's not about dissing people. It's about giving real feedback, right? The first thing I noticed was this line right here. So you see that line? Everybody take a mental note. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to get rid of that line and then tell me if there's still a line. There's still a line there to me. Do you guys agree? So I'm gonna cover it. Okay. Now I'm going to erase it. Tell me if there's still a line there. Tell me. And this is just me being OCD because from this side to this side, it's a nice transition. There's no lines. It's a good blend, right? But from here to here, you just, I don't know what happened there. Just a, and that's not a scar. Let me zoom in. That's not a scar, right? What caused that line? I don't know what caused that line. MC, what would you say? You think it was from him stopping? Maybe he was using his blade open and he just kind of stopped there instead of making a fluid motion. I'm not really sure. MC, what do you think, bro? MC said, "How can I send one of my cuts?" Bro, you don't need to send any cuts. I will go to your YouTube channel right now and show them one of my favorite cuts you did. He's been doing live cuts, which is epic to me. All right, so people see the line. So that would be what I would say, Nava. I don't know if maybe you stopped. Maybe were you using your blade, halfway open or something, using the corners, and you use the whole blade and you stop there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I would tell you. And then aside from that, I mean, you use your shaver. Maybe this is what I would say. I'm being OCD again. So there's a little bit of a line right here. If you're not going to have a C cup, commit to not having a C cup. Get that thing. Bring the shaver up there if you have to. But get it. I don't want to see no stubble there. Okay? All right. Let's continue. So we have official Sky Gang. Official Sky Gang. He sent in the video.
I mean, it almost matched.
Hold on, he sent in the video. Let me turn that off. Okay. You let me know if you guys can hear it. All right, the blend is good. The blend is good. It's the shear work you got to work on, bro. The shear work and the finished look, the finished. The shear work, bro. 100% the shear work. That's tough. He has a cowlick really, really low. He has a cowlick on top of his parietal ridge, so that's tough. Yo, my man got like 3 cowlicks. That's tough. He's got like 3 cowlicks. Look at this. He's got a cowlick here. He's got like a cowlick here. And when we saw the other side, he had a cowlick over here. Oh my God. I'm not even gonna knock you, bro. That's not an easy haircut. Yo. And then he has another cowlick here. He got 4 cowlicks. I ain't even mad at you, bro. I'm not even mad at you. He just need to grow his hair out, bro. He just need to grow his hair out. Because the taper, the lineup is sharp. This man just needs to grow his hair out, get a curly blowout or something. But golly, this might be the worst. This might be the worst case of cowlick syndrome I've ever seen. Bro, one here, side by side. One here. It almost looks like there's one here too. Golly. Golly. And another one right here. That's crazy, bro. I literally would be consulting this client and I would just say, bro, I know you want your hair shorter. I know you like this length, but I really think you grow out your hair, bro, with a high taper, it'll look dope. And then show him pictures of it. If he don't want it, cool. Continue to do what you're doing if he likes what he's getting. But like, you know what I'm saying? Throw some tips here and there. Because that's crazy. All right, let's continue. That's crazy. All right, Sam's cuts. Let's check out Sam's cuts. Okay. Okay, Sam. So this guy's got thick, straight, coarse hair. Thick, density, coarse, straight hair. That's his hair texture. This guy right here. The reason why it's thick is because you can't see through this hair at all. You can see a whole bunch of hair. Like this man got a lot of hair. It's straight, but each of those hairs, you can see each of those hairs. That's how thick each of those hair strands are. Okay, so thick, coarse, straight hair. But this is a nice taper. It's a good taper. Um, if I'm using my eye, I definitely see this. That area is darker than this area, even though they're the same levels. Okay, I'll delete the circles now. Maybe you'll see it. Also over here, you can see a little bit of a light patch next to an area that's super dark, and above it is super dark. Okay, and right next to it right here is super dark. It almost looks like a hole there. I'll remove it now. Can you guys see it? Okay, and then the other part that I see is super light in this area, but it's definitely darker here and darker above it. So if you see this super light area, I'm going to remove the circles now. Tell me if you see it. Boom. See that light area? So those are the little inconsistencies that I see that make a huge difference. If you're able to see those things and attack it and understand how to create a solution with those issues, because it could be his hair is just lower density in that area, or maybe he has a different hair growth pattern in that area. I don't know, but the whole point is to create the illusion that it has a nice balanced taper, and those are the things that I would see and I would try to deal with throughout the process. So hopefully that helps you, bro. Not an easy canvas. Okay, so this individual does not have an Instagram, so let's see what he's working with. Okay, so I'm going to assume that this individual gets cornrows. That's why it's so disconnected. Cool. I would say it just looks, there's a couple things wrong, a few things wrong here. Comb through the hair, bro. Lay the hair. It's obvious that the hair is bunched up, especially in this area, and could be combed through and laid much nicer. That way you have a nice even canvas that you can cut through. Okay. The other thing I would say is don't move on, bro, until a section is blended. So let's assume that this is your bald line. Boom. And then this is your blade open. Boom. dark, dumb light, dark, dumb dark, a little dark, dumb light. Okay. If all these circles aren't consistent, if all these circles are not consistent, I'm going to erase this area. That section will look inconsistent. Boom. Okay. And the same thing goes for every section you move up. This is why, to me, guidelines are so important. Okay. I like that you kept it dark, so you had the potential of some serious gradients. But that's what I would tell you is just make sure whatever section you're in, if you're in the blade open section, make sure you have a nice balance before you move on. And then lay the hair, comb it out. You know what I'm saying? Comb it out, then brush it, and just make sure you're starting off with a nice canvas. Can you imagine trying to draw on wrinkled paper? Right? Like, what about laying paper on concrete? Could you imagine trying to draw a straight line on paper that's sitting on top of concrete? That's really hard to do. Like on the sidewalk. I remember when I was a kid and we'd be outside and I'd be on the sidewalk trying to draw on a white sheet on a sheet of paper, and it's laying on top of concrete. My lines would be so inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? It would just look like a choppy drawing. To me, that's the same thing. Comb the hair out, man. So, let's continue. Cali Slopes. Cali Slopes. Let's check them out. That's a nice haircut. My God, that's a dope cut. I love you. Obviously paid attention to hair growth pattern. You stayed below the parietal ridge. You contoured it according to the parietal ridge. So the parietal ridge drops just a bit like this. Boom. So you obviously, catered to it. It's probably shorter in the front than it is in this area. And that's why you get this. Look at this silhouette right here. Okay. See the silhouette? Look at it. And then it dips. You guys see that? And then it comes back up. That's probably because it's longer from the right side of this line is longer than the front. That's why you're getting that inconsistency in the silhouette. Again, this is me being super nitpicky. We're trying to get you to the next level. I'm not saying I'm in a crazy level or anything like that, but this is just feedback from my outside perspective. And my wife, she makes me better. She doesn't cut men's hair, but sometimes she sees things that I don't necessarily see. But I still take it into consideration because she has an outside perspective, and if she notices something, maybe I need to give it a little bit more importance because that can make it better, right? Aside from that, man, like, you're on the right page, bro. You got the gradients. You got great balance in your blends. Your lineups I would say could be sharper, but they're sharp. For you, it's mostly going to be reps and paying attention to this whole silhouette thing. That's going to get you to the next level, bro, in my opinion. Okay, let's continue. Next person. Oh, this is the last person. M.E. Barber House. Let's check out his work. Let's get it. That's a nice cut. That's a really nice cut. I only see one thing. I see two things. One thing. Okay, the lineup is sharp. It could have been sharper, I think, but the lineup is sharp. So I'm not gonna take points off. The only thing that I see is from here, from that red line up, could have been a little bit more gradient. I'm gonna erase the line. You tell me if it should have been a little bit more gradient. Boom. Okay. It's from this line, this green line, to the left. And then from the green line, the red line above. I feel like it could have had a little bit more transition. Just a tad bit more. But that's me being OCD. I think this is a fire cut. Fire cut. Fire cut. Amazing. Amazing, though. So MC said styling is the most difficult part of this trade. Yeah, I would agree with that if you're talking about your level of styling. Your level of styling is like, how the hell do you even do that? Vibe Vandal just subscribe. But I would say in the shop, man, in the shop, your typical barber, you just want to make sure that your client can duplicate that the next day, because that's how they're gonna see it. That's their perspective. And if you're trying to build clientele and stuff, their perspective kind of matters a lot, you know. But when you're doing stuff that MC Barber does or that Joshua P does, yeah, that's next level stuff. That, like, I don't even know how they do that stuff. You know what I mean? But when we're talking about like our clients, stuff that, you know, our customers would want to be able to do, and you know, there's a lot of barbers who will cut somebody's hair and that person's hair will never look the same again until the next time that barber cuts their hair. It's super important to make things functional, and our customers able to manage it. So I think one of the most difficult things that a lot of barbers are missing is consulting, real consulting, right? Like if I hire somebody to consult me with my business with Tomb 45, I expect to be able to go through a consultation with you and then see a long-term change in the outcome of that consultation, not just a temporary, I'm motivated and tomorrow it's like nothing ever happened. Does that make sense? So like if somebody has issues with their hair, I want to consult them, give them a solution, and then give them something that they can duplicate so that their hair looks great 2 weeks out, not just the day they got their hair cut in my chair because I styled it. But yeah, that was the last one. We've been on this live for an hour, over 200 people on here. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. We've been on this grind, man. Every day we've been putting content out. Tomorrow I fly out to Atlanta to MBBS for a hair show. I'll be speaking at that hair show, but I'm going to be talking more business talk. We need to check out something from MC real quick. But so don't get off the live just yet. And then tomorrow I'm going to drop another video. Tomorrow's video is going to be the unboxing of whatever Wall sent me. I haven't opened the box yet, but they sent me a box. We'll see what it is. Tomorrow will be the unboxing video for that. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go check out my boy, MC Barber, who I think is an amazing barber. One of the best in the world. And so knowledgeable, so much wisdom. Knows what the hell he's doing. Let's see. So there was a video I watched recently that was just crazy. Oh, this one was... So, like, these are the videos that I really, really, really appreciate. Videos like this.
We're going to do just a regular kid's haircut here. We're going to do everyday barber stuff. So we're going to just start from here and go all the way around. The way
Bro,
it's done every day in a barbershop.
This is so systemized.
Could you say your YouTube channel?
This is so systemized, right? But it's not just systemized.
So you guys are from California.
It has everything in mind, and it's so efficient. He's so efficient. Hold on, let me. He's so efficient. The shape, he's keeping the shape there. He's doing square layering right now. And here's the thing. You can do square layering. So let me stop. Let me stop his video real quick. So back to the side over here. So he's doing square layering all through here, right? Let me show you guys the lines. So real quick. So he'll take a section, cut it squared. 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 You have all this hair beneath this line that you still need to cut. The way he attacked that hair afterwards is so efficient, because he might want it tighter around the ears. And so at this point, you need to graduate to those square layers. And the way MC finessed this, bro, like it was people. I feel like people who understand hair and what he's doing appreciate MC so much more, because there are a lot of people that would have taken 100 sections and partings and would have taken an hour and a half to create this exact piece of artwork that MC created. So let's continue. I'm about to just start reacting to YouTubers. So it looks like he's going 90 degrees almost, but look how he's paying attention to his guidelines. He's look at his fingers, how they're leveled, the shape he's creating with his fingers, the tension. It's just second nature to him. And then look around the cowlick area, how it's just laying so nice. Because he's paying attention to the parietal ridge, he's not cutting in above the parietal ridge and destroying that cowlick. This is artwork, guys. Real talk. And he makes it look easy. He sectioned the hair off because his client, I'm sure in the consultation he understood that his client is going to disconnect it here, so it's sectioned off. So let's continue. Let me see if I can find where he starts. So he hasn't even touched below all the work he just did. So he just created the design line, right? The longest length that's gonna be on the sides, and he combed it down. He started doing the outline already. When you're doing the outline, you're cutting the length below all that squared layering he already did. So essentially, he is graduating it. By combing the hair down and creating the outline, he is graduating it as we speak into the squared layers he just got done doing. It's genius. And then after that, it's just scissor over comb to refine it, and he's done. Next level, bro. Real talk. Next level. Gonna start cutting the top. This haircut, I bet you, if he's not recording and taking his time, 10 minutes, if that. 10 minutes, if that. Guarantee it. Look at that. You can see. Look at that. You can see the previous guideline. Bro, this is like, I don't know. You know how like people who collect art, they see like paintings that like just really they rock with, or like people who really are into cars, they see performance vehicles and they really like go crazy about it. Like this is how I feel about this video. I commented on this video too. Like, bro, this haircut. I almost bought a pair of shears after this. And he's not rounding it. He's not rounding it over here. He's beveling it. Like it's not like he's still keeping it squared, but ever so slightly beveling it. My man's looking away, having a conversation with the person next to him. It's just effortless. It's just effortless. And this is how you know he's beveling it, because MC at this point is where he beveled it, right? Then he over directed all this hair here, and then he cut the corner off there. So it's not like he just started, like some of you guys just start going round. Some of you guys just go 90 degrees all the way through here. That's not what MC really did. If you notice, he pulled the hair up, cut that corner off, over directed all this hair this way, cut that corner off. Just to kind of bevel it so there isn't a hard ridge or a hard line once the hair is laying down. Let's continue. Look at him. He's not even looking. That's dope, man. Yo, and I'm a barber, bro, that started off urban barbershop. All we did was blowouts and tapers and fades. You rarely, like if we did shear work, it was a joke. I thought I knew shear work, but like it was really a hack job. And I thought I knew shear work, right? It's not until you start seeing stuff like this, bro, or you start hitting the books and taking your craft seriously that you understand, man, like there's some cats in this industry that are next level that don't get the appreciation they deserve. So let me see where he starts cutting the back. The back is crazy. Look, bringing the fringe into like the way he's cutting the fringe is just gonna always lay nice no matter what direction he lays his fringe. Whether the fringe is falling forward or he scoops it over, it's gonna lay nicely. The razor work is on point. Like the styling is on point. This is what a lot of people are missing. 100%. To me, like, I would say functional styling isn't the hardest, but it's the least respected, where it deserves the most respect, right? But then there's some next level styling that MC and like people like Joshua P do that's highly difficult. And then where we at? So, yo, some of you guys would have taken an hour on this cut. I'm telling you, bro, this is a 15-minute video. I bet you if he wasn't recording or trying to take his time or talking, 10-minute haircut easy for him. Easy. So, there's my reaction to MC Barber. Yo, guys, we've been on this live for a long damn time. For like way too long. So I hope you guys enjoyed your haircuts, my feedback. I'm going to try to do these, often. My hairline's looking crazy because my fringe ain't working right now. Oh, my God. Ignore that. I haven't styled my hair. Yeah, so MC said it was live. It was live. That's just stupid. That's just dumb. I want to take his class. Anyways, so, guys, appreciate you guys for being part of this live and dropping more videos tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notifications. If you've been a subscriber, make sure your notifications are turned on because there's people who've been subscribed for a long time and their notifications ain't turned on. But your boy is dropping daily content these days, like serious daily content. I'm not playing. So tomorrow we'll drop a video. I'm going to Atlanta this weekend. I'm going to record a whole bunch of videos while I'm there. And we got some more heat coming for you guys. Y'all have a beautiful night. Thank you guys so much for spending an hour and 12 minutes with me. Means a lot. Y'all have a good night.